you here to debate?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, can I get your name, age, and pronouns, please?
Dom, and I am 23 years old.
Did you say
And
Tom
I
or
do not believe in
Dom?
pronouns. Dom, D-O-M, like Dom Turtle.
You said you're 23, and I'm sorry, say that sentence one more time.
And I don't believe in pronouns. I don't believe in that. So I just
Okay,
born with
beautiful.
penis, so I'm a man.
Beautiful. I totally understand that. Can you, from that, for the rest of the conversation, you don't believe in pronouns? I won't use
No.
pronouns for you. You won't use pronouns. And if you do use any pronouns, I'm going to buzz in to let you know that you used a pronoun. Okay?
Okay.
All right. So what are you here to talk about?
Well, I think Trump's doing an amazing job.
Sorry, Dom.
Whatever.
Sorry, Dom. Sorry, Dom. You just used a pronoun. Please don't use pronouns. You said you don't believe in them.
I said Trump is doing an amazing job.
No, you said
I'm
here to talk. You said I'm going to talk about. I'm is a pronoun. So please don't use pronouns. You also said Trump.
All right, well, no.
Yep.
He's
So
doing
please
an
continue.
amazing job for the working class. Is this bill
Sorry. You just said
amazing.
Sorry. You said he is doing an amazing job for the working class. He is a pronoun. Please don't use pronouns. You said you don't believe in them.
Yeah, but he is a man. He's a man.
Nope. Sorry. You said you do not believe in pronouns. So that was another one.
No, like they, them, and all that. Like that doesn't.
They, them is a pronoun as well.
It's just a mental disease.
Yep. So
Transgenderism is gender.
I don't really care about. I don't really care about all of that. If you're gonna say that you don't believe in pronouns and you don't use them, don't use them.
Wow, how else would you describe somebody?
Sorry, you said you again.
For real, dude? Dang, you're so bad, dude. Like I'm so sorry for you. I'm so sorry.
Hate to tell you what dude is.
Completely brainwashed. You're brainwashed.
I'm brainwashed.
I'm sorry for that.
There we go.
Absolutely.
You're brainwashed. There we go. There's another one. Your was another one. How many more pronouns do you want to use today? I thought you didn't believe in them. You said you don't use pronouns, right? I don't use pronouns.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm holding you to this.
Pronouns.
I'm holding you to this. You said I don't use them. So don't use them.
Yeah,
it's really simple. Have a conversation without using pronouns.
Donated $5. Just rub the bean.
Don't
need you burning your finger from all that.
Yeah, let's see if I can do this to your liking.
Keep doing it.
I is a pronoun. Be careful.
So what would you be your definition of a pronoun then?
Well, it's not about my definition of a pronoun. It's just like the English language's definition of a pronoun, which is just a word that replaces a noun in conversation so that we don't have to consistently talk to people like they're cavemen.
Well, you're asking me my pronouns, right? So, obviously I'm a male, right? And I just do not believe in they, them, thesers.
You don't believe in they, them. They, them has been a singular pronoun since the 1300s. So you're saying...
I think describing someone
what is that? 7? Hold on. Just confirming, you said you don't believe in they, them, which has been a singular pronoun used since the 1300s. So you're claiming that 700 years of pronoun use you disagree with.
I think identifying as a they, them doesn't exist. It shouldn't be there. Identifying as they, them, how can you be more than one person?
You're not. They, them is also, they, them are singular. They, them can be used both as a plural noun and as a singular noun.
Okay.
Pronouns.
Well, then going off that, I don't believe using pronouns to identify as a person's gender. I guess we can clear that up.
Okay, so you don't. So you don't use any third-person pronouns that refer to gender. So you would actually use they, them for all people's third-person pronouns.
Yeah, like if there's a group of more than 5 people, like, hey, those people over there. But you cannot identify one single person as a they. It just doesn't make any sense.
I hate to tell you that the singular use of they, them has been a thing since the 1300s. I'm just letting you know that again. So
you're saying that people identified back in the day as they, them?
No, they, them is just used as a singular. You can use they, them to refer to a singular person.
They, yeah, I guess I can understand that. But identifying as a they, them, this is what I'm talking about.
The reason why people use they, them to identify themselves is that they do not align with either the genders man or woman. So he, him, and she, her are pronouns that they don't align with.
Now we're making progress. Okay, so
yeah, what's wrong with this?
Gender comes down to chromosomes. Okay, That's what it comes down to.
That would be
You're either
sex.
born with a vagina or you're born with a penis. It's not no spectrum.
Yes, those would be sexual based characteristics. We're talking about gender.
Gender is the same thing as sex.
Want to bet?
It is this.
Do you want to bet? Do you want to bet?
Absolutely.
Are you attracted to females?
Absolutely.
Okay, so females are what's attracted to you, and so you would be attracted, and all females are women, correct?
Females are people that can reproduce. They can carry a baby and have periods and all that. That is what a female is.
Okay, so a female would be an organism that can reproduce and carry a baby. That's what you're saying.
Absolutely, and they bleed every once a month or whatnot. So
okay, can you see my screen right now? Can you see my screen right now?
No, I'm doing something, but I didn't think you would actually pick up the phone. This is funny.
I just want to know. I just want to know if the female that I have up on my screen right now, if you would be attracted to her.
Let's see. Well, we all have a status of like attractivity. Like let's see.
Just wondering.
I don't know. A female. So no, that is a dog. Right.
Are dogs not females?
Human. I guess not females. I guess I gotta be more specific with you. So
wait, hold on. Are dogs not female?
No, dogs are female.
Okay. Did you or did you not tell me? Did you or did you not tell me you were attracted to females?
Well, I did tell you I was attracted to females, but you're rewording what I'm saying. So you're just like going off of nothing. Like
I'm not rewording. I didn't reword a single thing you said. I asked you very specifically. I asked you very specifically if you were attracted to females. You said yes.
Now, I'll be super specific to meet your terms.
You should always be super specific in a debate.
I'm attracted to Homo sapiens, right? Female Homo sapiens human beings. Okay.
Okay. So all females are not the same.
What do you mean by that?
Well, you made the claim that gender and sex were the same thing, which would mean every woman, every female is a woman, and every woman is a female, because these are the exact same things. Which means when you make a claim that a woman is is a female, right? You're saying that you're attracted to females. These dogs are female. They would be women to you.
I'm attracted to adult female women that happen to be humans. Dude,
wait. You said that that gender and sex are the same thing, correct?
Absolutely.
They can be used interchangeably, correct?
Interchangeably. So what do you mean by that?
What do I mean by interchangeably?
Yes. So like you can interchange it or what?
One word can be used in place of another word. I can swap out the words.
Use it in a sentence. Use it in a sentence.
I did use it in a sentence when I asked you the question.
A better one that I can understand, because I'm not understanding what you mean by female. You said female and what was it? Woman can be used interchangeably.
I can take the word, do the words male, women. I'm sorry, Jesus Christ. Do the words gender and sex mean the exact same thing?
They do. It's just different rewording. It's just a different word. It's just a different word to describe something.
Great. If they mean the exact same thing, then every single female is a woman, and every single woman is a female. Correct?
A woman. I think a woman would probably describe a human, I believe, right?
Then gender and sex are not the same thing, because female describes every species that reproduces in a sexually dimorphic way, whereas woman refers to strictly humans.
Okay.
So gender and sex are not synonymous words, correct?
It's like the same word, but just reworded differently.
They're not, because one word means every species and another word is specific to humans. So that by nature, they are absolutely not the same word. So now we know that gender only exists inside of humans. Why is that the case?
Well, it's just basic science, man. It's all it is. It's just basic science. It comes down to chromosomes, really.
Well, it doesn't, because if it came down to chromosomes, the dog I just showed you would be a woman. But it doesn't come down to chromosomes, because there's an extra added factor here, And that is being human. You must be human to be a woman. So my question again goes, why? Could it possibly be because woman is a gender term and gender is talking about a social thing, not a biological thing, because humans are social creatures and that's why no other creatures have gender because it's related to the social conditioning of humans? Or is it that it's just down to the chromosomes, in which case every female is a woman?
It goes down. I mean, the word can be used for both, like describing, like, look at that group of females. Look at those group of women, but it's the same.
Female
word.
What?
You know what I mean? And it describes the same thing.
If I said, look at that group of females, and there were 100 females, and 50 of those females were dogs, could I also say, look at that group of 100 women?
I mean, yeah, I suppose. I don't see where the issue is on that.
Okay, so there's 50 humans and 50 dogs, and that to you means there's 100 women.
That would be a group of females.
I agree. 100 female humans and 100 female dogs would be a group of females. 200 females. Look at that. There's 200 females over there. But could I say there's 200 women?
I mean, it just sounds the same. I mean, it's just a different word. It's like they, you know what I mean? Like they can mean multiple things there. Different words are spelled differently. You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
Woman and female are not just spelled the same word spelt differently. They literally mean two different things, as we have currently demonstrated here, that they may mean two different things. And they mean two different things because you would not look at a group of, let's say we have 20 female dogs and one female human walking those 20 female dogs. You would not look at that and say, there's a group of 21 women. And you wouldn't. Because woman does not mean the same thing as female. I'm specific about words. I'm being specific about words in a debate about words. Who would have guessed? Who would have?
Craziness, bro. Craziness.
Who would have guessed that I'd be
all the way?
I'd be
That's all I gotta say. Trump all the way. I voted for Trump.
I know you have an irrelevant love.
What's your point of view on the illegal immigration? What's your point of view on illegal immigration?
It's a non-issue.
A non-issue?
Correct. Even though I don't know why we're pivoting to something else. I get it. But, I mean, it's a non-issue. There is no problem. There's no illegal immigration problem.
How is it not an issue?
Because there's no illegal immigration problem in the country.
Well, it's not anymore.
No, there never was. You just fell for fear mongering.
No, there was.
Makes sense. A person that doesn't know the difference between females and women, it makes sense that you fell for fear mongering.
So do you, sir, pay taxes?
Yep.
Do you pay taxes? How do you like your tax dollars going to illegal immigrants?
It's not.
People that are not even born here. When we have homeless veterans out on the streets, starving, dying, and killing for food.
Bro, I love the conservative talking points are the same every day. Let's just go into it. Undocumented migrants, illegal immigrants, they pay up to $100 billion in taxes every year per the IRS. They do this by getting an ITIN number, which is a number that you get if you don't.
Those are the ones that are going through the courts.
Hold on. Stop talking. They get an ITIN number, right? They get an ITIN number, and then they pay their taxes. The amount of services that undocumented migrants receive, right, is only like between 50 to 60,000 or million. I'm sorry, 50 to 60 million or billion. Sorry, I keep fucking my numbers up. 50 to 60 billion. So they're paying 100 billion and only using 50 to 60 billion. So where's the drain? They're actually paying in more than they use.
Okay, those are for the ones that are documented.
Nope, that's everyone.
Those illegal immigrants that cross the border and going through.
That's that's everyone. That's literally all of them.
That's not how. No.
Yes, it is.
No. I would have to disagree with you on that.
Disagreeing based on what?
But, anyways,
based on what?
It just doesn't make sense. I mean, these people, when Biden was in office, all these millions and millions and millions of illegal immigrants came in, and they were given handouts. Handouts. I would have loved a handout.
They weren't
I didn't
asylum
get no
seekers. They weren't asylum seekers.
Why did they get $1,000?
Because they weren't.
$1,000
They weren't.
a plane ticket
They weren't.
They were. It's been
No, they
proven.
weren't.
It's been proven. It's
No,
there. The
no, it's not.
statistics are there.
You don't know what you're talking about. Asylum
I've seen it.
seekers.
I've seen
Asylum
it.
seekers were
I've seen it.
granted
I've
help.
seen it.
Stop talking. Asylum seekers were granted help. So asylum seekers were able to access some benefits, but asylum seeking is legal. So these were legal migrants. So who the fuck are the illegal
Yes.
ones that were? No, illegal migrants were not given $1,000 food cards. They weren't giving hotel stays. These were asylum seekers. These were people here legally
I'm
who
talking
fled
about
persecution.
illegal immigrants.
Then you're not talking about something that actually happened. It's okay
Listen.
if you want to live in a fictional world, live in a
No,
fictional world. I live in
happened.
reality.
It literally
didn't.
happened.
It-
I used
it
to
did
live
not.
by an immigrant station. Dude,
It
like
did
they
not.
would be lined up for blocks.
They were asylum
Yes,
seekers.
absolutely.
They were
I
asylum
lived
seekers,
it, bro.
or
I've
you
seen
didn't.
it. I've
You didn't.
seen it. These people were illegal, hopped over the border because Biden
Didn't.
opened the border. Well,
Biden
it wasn't
didn't
even
open the
Biden. Let's
border.
get that career. It was the auto pen or it's a circle.
You don't know. You don't know what an auto pen is, dog. You don't even know what an auto pen is.
An auto pen? Yes, I do.
No, you
I do
don't.
know what an auto
No, you
pen
don't.
is.
What is an auto pen?
Yes, it is.
What's an auto pen?
is supposed to be used for like messages, like how Trump uses it.
No.
He uses it for like kind-hearted messages
No.
and all this and that. But they were
Trump
using
has
it
used
to just
Trump
sign
has
off.
Trump
That's
has
it.
literally used an auto pen to sign bills. You don't know what you're talking about. Please,
I mean,
this is fucking
no, not
ridiculous.
really.
Yes,
Not
really.
Really.
Yes,
No.
really, actually, yeah.
No.
You're
No.
actually completely uneducated on all of this. It's embarrassing.
No. I feel like I do know what I'm talking about. Like I'm
You
very
don't.
confident
You
in
have. You're a
myself and
Facebook.
knowing
You're a
what's
Facebook
going on.
debater. You got your research from Facebook, and you have never actually looked at this shit ever. Like it's fucking embarrassing, dude.
I don't have Facebook actually. I mean, I don't really believe in social media and all that. I kind of just have YouTube. So I do a lot of
Yeah.
YouTube, and I, obviously go between, CNN, NBC, you go Fox, and I go to independent sites, and I gather, and I look, and I hear, and I listen, and coming down to it, Trump was the best option for this country. It's just hands down. We have an immigration
Except he
problem.
isn't.
We're
Wait,
getting it
explain.
solved.
Wait. Why is our
Illegal.
GDP going down? Why is
Illegal
our
immigration problem.
wait? Why is our GDP going down under Trump?
GDP. See, I'm not too worried about the GDP, honestly. I don't really know about too much of that. All I know is that we're going to stop this immigration problem, this illegal immigration problem, and that is the best thing that we can do. And we need to build the wall. That's
Okay,
it.
why is our
That's all we need to do. And there's
deficit
only-
why is
there's
our
only
deficit
two
going
genders,
up?
male and female.
Why is the deficit going
Keep
up?
women out of.
Why is the
keep
why
male
is
out of
the
female
why is the
sports.
I don't care. Why is the deficit going up under Trump?
GDP. So the GDP is what exactly? Because I haven't really
You don't
been
know
paying
what
attention to that.
GDP is, and you want to have a conversation about Trump being a good president. Do you know what the deficit is?
What's the deficit? What's the GDP? Give me, what is the GDP? Is that like
Wait.
something to do with education?
Do you? Oh my fucking God. You might be the dumbest person I've spoken to today. Like, holy shit. You want to have a conversation about Trump being a good president, and you don't know what the GDP is?
GDP. Here, let me see what the GDP is.
Yes,
Maybe I've
please,
heard of
please
it,
use
but I don't know.
Google. Please use Google. Please
see.
read,
Let's
open
see,
up
let's see.
any sort of source on anything.
Okay, let's see. GDP. Gross domestic product. So the total value of goods and services. Well, the reason why they're up is because we're foreign.
It's not up.
And there's
It's not
tariffs
up.
in place for that.
You don't. Oh my God, you're so stupid. The GDP is down, dipshit. GDP is going down. The GDP is how much the United States is making by selling goods and services throughout the globe. GDP is lowering. Our global GDP is down, and our fucking.
Well, because we're waiting on trades. We're waiting on trades.
No, it's not about trades, stupid. It's not about us waiting on trades. Jesus fucking Christ. And our deficit has gone up. You don't know any of this shit.
So I wouldn't really,
yes, it does. Grocery prices are up throughout the country. Grocery is seeing a 2.8%.
What is prices? Listen. I live a comfortable job, okay? I work real good and I make good money. I'm honestly not affected by the prices.
Yes,
at all.
you don't give a shit what Donald Trump is doing because it doesn't affect you. Oh my God.
Props, brother.
They have not. Grocery prices are up.
Gas prices dropped. That's for
no,
sure.
they have not. Gas is seeing a raise. No, it's not. Oil prices are up.
It's been dropping.
No, it hasn't.
I highly recommend you take a moment to view both sides. You know, look at
I don't
both
have to
news
view
from
both
the
sides. We have
Republican,
this handy thing.
and then
We have this handy thing when it comes to inflation, which is the consumer, what the fuck is it called? The CPI. The Bureau of Labor Statistics has the CPI, which is the consumer price index. The consumer price index tells us every stop talking. The consumer price index
calm down,
literally
brother,
tells
brother,
me,
breathe.
okay, bye, have fun. For everybody else, the consumer price index literally tells us how much prices are going up of specific commodities. What we know for a fact is food is up. All food items are up 2.9%. We know this for a fact. We know this for a fact. Food is up. This is fucking so stupid, dude. How do you try to have a conversation about whether a president is good or not, and you don't know what the fuck GDP is? Like, are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking pulling my dick right now? If we look at residential totals for gas, okay? January is 15.95, February 16.44, March is 17.11, April was 17.45. It is rising. Fuck, these people are so fucking stupid. What's up, everybody? Thanks for watching this video, and I want to give a special shout out to my YouTube members. Their names are on the side. Membership starts at $2.99 a month, and you get early access to videos, exclusive members-only videos, and access to the Red Mirror Media Discord server. Thank you again to my members, and thanks for watching.